What's up, y'all? It's your girl Toya, and we are back with another video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below for more updates on SD vlogs, mommy vlogs, and everything overall. So don't forget to like, comment down below. So today, I just wanted to sit and talk to y'all about my experience with esthetician school. So I had a couple girlies ask me this week, like, oh, how was the Aesthetics Institute? What school did you go to? Why did you go there? And stuff like that. So y'all, I went there twice. I went there for my master's esthetician license, and I went there for my basic esthetician license. So I have two stories to tell. But let's just get started with basic esthetician. So we know a lot of girlies go in and go get their basic esthetician license because that allows you to just do the basics. You can do waxing, you can do basic facial, so you can't do any advanced services. So with the basic esthetician license, I had an instructor. Her name was Elle. I'm not sure if she's there anymore. She wasn't there when I went for my master's degree, so I'm not sure if she's back there, but she was my teacher. She was my instructor there. Personally, I would rate her definitely 10 out of 10 because she's the one who made me want to be solo. And I'm gonna get right into that. So basically, she made me want to become solo SD because she has her own business, which is thriving, but she already knew the type of person I was when I came into the program. I was just ready to learn. I was ready to do so much. And she was like, yeah, she could see me opening my own salon one day. And I was like, dang, that's exciting. So she actually was the one to teach me dermaplaning or teach me other things about business that you don't really get to learn about while you're in your aesthetics programs. Let's be real. They teach you the basics. So in our program, you would have a theory session and then you'll have the clinic session. So theory is half of the program, clinic is half of the program. So with theory, you're learning the book, literally from chapter 1 to the end of the chapter, which is 23. And basically we have tests on a weekly basis that ask us about the chapter that we went over in class. And we will also have people come in and talk to us, Massage Envy, European Wax Center. So different or Image Skincare would come in just randomly and talk to us during our theory time. So that kind of got us to kind of learn about product knowledge a little bit. So that was cool. So when they would come in, we'll learn so much from them, and I love that Aesthetics Institute will kind of allow you to get that opportunity to get info from all these different brands or talk to these brands. No other aesthetics program I know does that, but that's what I heard. That's what the girlies was talking about. But yeah, with our school, we were able to talk to different reps and kind of get our student accounts popping so we can start ordering products to this campus that we can use on our clients. And while you're in school, definitely take up that time to get product knowledge so you know what products to use for your clients when you're done. So definitely with the Aesthetics Institute, you have a lot of opportunity to grow. So you have a lot of opportunity to choose what path you want to do, whether it's waxing or just facials, or you want to do both. You kind of get the education while you're there to kind of learn about, different things that you can and cannot do, especially as a basic esthetician. So I did like that program. Then we moved over to clinicals. Clinicals is great, but for clinicals, they kind of force you to meet with clients, so you kind of have to do clients even if you're not comfortable, which is great because it gets you outside of your shell and that kind of gets you experience working with other people. So that's pretty cool, and it gets you not to be so shy. But we had clinicals, and our clinical instructor switches, so we switched to get a new clinical instructor. The only thing was during our basic time, we had a lot of flip-flops between instructors, so it wasn't kind of stable in that aspect certain days. But overall, the clinical side was great. I didn't do clinical for long. I didn't do clinical as long in my experience because COVID hit, so we literally had to do clinical online. So if you went to school during the whole pandemic time, you guys know it wasn't that great because we didn't really get that experience. But luckily, we were able to do clinicals online, sort of, kind of, still meet and be able to graduate on time. So that was so cool. Like, they didn't stop the program or nothing, which is great. Okay, so let's get over and talk about Master Esthetician. So I went back because, honestly, I went back for my master's esthetician because they give you $1,000 off if you went to them already. And of course, I'm in Maryland, so Maryland doesn't have master esthetician programs. So you have to go to either DC or Virginia to get that. So once I came back for the second round, my instructor was Miss Jackie. So Miss Jackie was our clinical instructor and our theory instructor. I really liked her because I've heard a lot of great things about her in basic esthetician, but I didn't have her as my instructor, but I just heard so much about her, and her knowledge is phenomenal. Like, she also does laser outside of just working at the Aesthetics Institute, which is great. So she has a lot of knowledge, and she works under a doctor, so she has a lot of knowledge when it comes to that. But what I can say is that if you're in a master program, you got to come in there knowing everything from basics. Like, they're not catching you up. They don't expect you to not know what you're doing. Like, at this point, you're already knowing what you're doing. You already know what formulas you can mix together. You should already know what you should be doing, what you should not be doing. So that was the only thing. Like, if you're going to take the master aesthetics program, I would definitely say take it back to back, because if you take a year off like I did, you literally have to refresh your memory so you know what they're talking about in the master program. So that's the only thing. When you go into the master program, they're not waiting for you. So you better come in there and know what she's talking about, especially because we're working with peels. So we worked a lot with peels, chemical peels, more advanced treatment. So with doing that with someone's skin, you got to know what you're doing. So basically in our class, Miss Jackie, she did not play. She would test us like on a weekly basis, and if you didn't pass that test, you have to take it again. So with her, I definitely liked that. Basic, they were more like calm and chill with us, but in master aesthetics, it's definitely not like that. Like, they're literally on you to make sure you know what you're doing. And also with master aesthetics program, we had to do a case study. So that's when we had to do 2 case studies, matter of fact. And that's when you had to bring 2 clients in and actually do a case study on them and perform it and show it to the class. So I think I did one as hyperpigmentation, clearing that up on my client, and the other one was rosacea. So I had those 2 case studies, and that was experience, because be mindful at that point, y'all, like, y'all are literally the ones coming up with the treatment plans. Like, your instructor is not coming up with the treatment plans for you. So that was the only thing that was like nerve-wracking, but it's great because it kind of gives you that time to be like, oh, can I really know a skin analysis and perform it and know how to change someone's skin? Because you're a master SD, so at this point you have no choice but to know. So that was nerve-wracking, but majority of the class passed because we kind of asked for help, or like how to do things, kind of get more product knowledge on how to know what to like do for that facial. So that was great. I would say about the program. Master Aesthetics was great for the time being, but I feel like we could have did more. Like, I know with basic aesthetics, we kind of had a lot of more reps come in, but for master, we really didn't. So that's what I really wish we did, or I really wish we probably would have toured like a med office, med spa, or tour maybe a clinic. But I know I was part-time, so maybe that was like affecting it because we would come late at night, but still, like, I know some clinics that close at like 7, but I do wish we had more like reps come in for us during our time being there, like they did in basic. I feel like basic had a lot of reps come in, so we were kind of like for ourselves doing our own research with brands, seeing what new like brands we want to use, especially with those advanced services. So if you're looking for a master aesthetics program, I would definitely say that. But part-time schedule kind of doesn't get like as much because we're part-time, so we're not really getting like the rep just because it's so late at night. So definitely take that into consideration when applying to Aesthetics Institute. But that was like my experience while I was there. They let you take models like crazy. So take as much models as you can while you're there, because you can kind of learn how to work with everyone's skin and have someone tell you like, no, that's not right, that's not how you do it. So I definitely did like that. And they do pay you out in tips. Granted, they are making more money because the clients are coming in and paying like for a full service, and we're not getting that full service, we're only getting tips. So that kind of like the sucky part. And also we're using our own products, so we get like a product kit that we use, that we get in the beginning of the course, and we're technically using those products that we bought ourselves and using it on the clients that are not really paying us full price. So in the meantime, we're just getting tips. But I feel like that's with a lot of different, like wherever you are, like if you're a student, you just can't get paid. But we're already basic estheticians, so I don't know why we can't get paid, but that was just like the tricky part of it all. I don't know, but I don't know. No one ever like really told us, so I don't really know the answer to that. So that's like maybe a con for someone. I mean, it wasn't a big deal for me at the time, but that could be a con for someone in a sense, because you don't get paid, honey. You just get the tips. And another good thing about taking Master Aesthetics program is that if you go to other spas in the area, they kind of know about the Aesthetics Institute, so they'll pick you up over someone who came from like another institute. I'm not going to say names, but you guys kind of know, if you're an esthetician, you know some aesthetic programs don't really teach in depth, but Aesthetics Institute really does. So they will definitely pick Aesthetics Institute over maybe another institute. So that's another good thing, like just the brand and just the name behind it, just the experience that you learn at the Aesthetics Institute can get you really far. So I did want to answer the question for the girlies about my experience there and just the difference with the two and why I went back. So if you guys have any questions, leave it down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love y'all. Bye.